Hello everyone! As you can see from the title, I have a new OC challenge for you to try. This is the first challenge that has my new OC in it. Hopefully, I post information about her in my channel being changed soon, but for now we have a challenge to do. This OC challenge is based off of Gacha from 2018 to 2019, so without further ado, let's get started. For this OC challenge, I would like for you all to try and create 2 different OCs, one boy and one girl specifically. For this challenge, you can use your current style, but the typical way that characters were colored or looked in 2018, if that makes sense. You can choose what you want the skin color to be for both of the OCs. Doing 2 is just a challenge, but if you want to only do 1, then you can still choose the skin color. As you may know, or if you don't, regardless, there were many different types of OCs in 2018. I'm not specifically talking about the species but more so what the characters in general were called. Like spoiled brats, bad boy alphas, emus, US, secretly magical overpowered hybrid princesses, etc. If you're only making 1 OC, then you can choose whatever you want. If you are going to make 2 OCs, then you can choose one for the girl and one for the boy. It doesn't have to be one that I listed, you can choose anything. There were a few main or typical species that would be used, so you can pick from the ones that I name, either one or of course, 2 different ones for each OC if you're doing 2. However, if you are making 2 OCs and you want them both to be the same species, then just make one slightly different from the other. By the way, pick based from the month you were born. If you were born in October, November or December, then you can choose between wolf, cat, or angel. If you were born in January, February or March, then you can choose between bear, hybrid, or demon. If you were born in April, May or June, then you can choose between human, fox, or bunny. If you were born in July, August or September, then you can choose whichever one you want. Based on the type of OC you are making, try to make the face, and what I mean by face is eye shape and expression, look like how it would typically look for that type of OC. Or you can make it whatever you think their personality would be like. You could also make your current expression or how you feel about Gacha in 2018. It was a very common theme to see characters with each eye a different color. I forgot the name for it. So if your OC is a boy, then make one of the eyes black and then you can choose whatever color you want for the other one. If your OC is a girl, then based off of what type of OC it is, make the eyes either the same color or 2 different colors. If you decide to make the eyes 2 different colors, then one of the eyes can be pink while the other is whatever color you want. Or it can be black with whatever color you want for the other. If you are only making 1 OC, then make both of the eyes your least favorite color if you prefer dogs over cats. If you are only making 1 OC, then make both of the eyes your favorite color if you prefer cats over dogs. If you prefer neither, then make 1 eye white and choose the other eye color with your eyes closed. For the hair, you can make it however you want, but I would recommend using more of the OG hairstyles to fit better with the theme. For the hair color, if your OC is a boy, then try to base the colors off of what type of OC it is. For example, alphas normally had black hair with another color or angels had white hair with another color. If your OC is a girl, then also try to base the colors off of what type of OC it is. For example, hybrids tended to have hair that was either pink or purple or blue, and then another color, or spoiled brats normally have their hair one solid color and possibly a little bit of another one. If you want an extra challenge, if your favorite fruit is a berry, then one of the hair colors has to be blue or red. For an extra challenge again, if your favorite fruit is a citrus, you have to base the hair color off of your favorite fruit. If you don't know what citrus is, it's basically lime, lemon, orange, grapefruit, etc. If your favorite fruit isn't a berry or citrus, then you can match the color to the type of OC like I said earlier. You can do whatever you want to do for the outfit, but just like the hairstyle, I would recommend using the more OG items to fit the vibe. But since it is supposed to be an upgrade, I would also use some of the newer items as accents. You can also go back and use newer hairs if you want, along with OG stuff. For another challenge with this outfit, add something random that does not go with the rest of the outfit. An example would be a sleeve or sock or shoe different from the other. The colors of the outfit typically would match the hair, so try to use whatever colors you decided to use for the hair for the outfit. You can make them slightly different if you want and add an extra color if you want. Most OCs back then were typically 1 or 2 colors for some reason, maybe even 3. For an extra challenge, if you were born in the first half of the year, you have to include black, regardless if you were going to or not. January, February, March, April, May, and June. Now that you pretty much know what your OC overall looks like, you can go back and add any face accessories that you think would match. However, if you were born in the second half of the year, then you have to make the face accessories the exact opposite aesthetic of the OC. July, August, September, October, November, and December. If you consider yourself to be a medium or average height, then you can add whatever accessories you think is needed. If you consider yourself tall or short, then you can't add anything extra unless it's a bow or scarf. Most of the props used were weapons of some sort or some type of food or drink, so you can pick from those types of categories to determine what type of prop you want to give your OC or OCs. You can also give them some type of effect as a power or something if you want. If you want an extra challenge, then you can also try to choose with your eyes closed, or do the go and then stop method. For the name of your OC or OCs, you can pick from any old username that you have had or your current username. You can tell me in the comments what their names are. And that's all. Congratulations for making it to the end of the challenge. I hope that you enjoy it and tell me about what you were able to make. Have an amazing whatever time it is for you. Adios. Bye.